My first job was at Harvey's, and I really liked my first job.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, it was yours too.
Nice. My first job with a SIN number legally. My first.
You know what's so funny? I got caught shoplifting from Bulk Barn.
Oh no.
What was it?
My parents have always said your credit is the most important thing. Feel like
Wow.
as immigrants, you know, you often come here and that's kind of what you have to build from. You don't have all the better in the world, but you can build your credit.
This is so far from the person that I used to be. So like I'm grateful. I told them like the podcast has also helped. Like I've had to talk and socialize and build a relationship with you guys, talk to our guests. So it's put me in a really big growth position, and it makes me excited for 2020. Like, stop crying.
What's good, everybody? You got Jada.
I'm Kai.
I'm Mickey.
And I'm Jess.
We're calling all boss babais and creative kabayan.
It is time for your favorite TITA break.
Where we're redefining what it means to be a tita.
And I don't know if you heard me last week. I literally just discovered this myself, like brand new information, but you can follow and subscribe to our podcast. So you get notified every time it drops. Like I didn't even know this was a thing. But yeah, if you could just like find on your screen somewhere it says follow, subscribe, like literally any button, thumbs up button, not thumbs down, but any other button, feel free, click it, like it, do all the stuff. Cool.
And I will repeat, please listen to Mickey.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. How are my ladies doing? How is everybody?
Today is National Glasses Day. It's not National Glasses Day.
I feel like it's fitting for what we're talking about, though. And glasses are the number one accessory right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I resent that. Can I
was like, here we go. I know it's coming. I know it's
Listen,
coming.
guys,
Mickey's the only one
I'll
who
call
really
you
needs
all
it.
out at the moment.
Do
They're
it.
all liars. I need these to
Hey, these
see.
are subscription.
Prescription?
Subscription?
I don't wear them.
I'm streaming
Exactly.
mine.
I genuinely, I cannot see without these. Okay, all of you guys are appropriating my visual
even have lenses.
disability.
The look.
Well, you know what? You know who didn't like the look? Third grade me, who got bullied, called four eyes, and glasses were very ugly back then. Okay, I have glasses. I had frizzy hair. I was not cute.
Can we highlight something though? Because
Debatable.
we've come a long way. Because my niece just got new glasses and she loves them.
Good.
And I
Kids
love
want glasses now, for sure.
I know. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Honestly, I'm very
You were
grateful.
ahead of the trend.
I'm very
how about
grateful that they're
exactly?
making them cute and stylish now because I actually love my glasses. I had there was a big season of my life where I was only wearing contacts because again, glasses were for losers. But now I feel weird not wearing glasses. Like I prefer glasses on my face than not on my face. I like
you
it.
go.
So thank you for the trend, whatever. But it is appropriation. Just so we're clear.
It makes you look smarter, right? Like when you're wearing glasses, I just feel like you look like more like it's giving like
Sophisticated.
career woman.
Definitely.
You know.
And then if you start walking around like this.
You got something to
So
say.
smart.
I feel like I've
So
never
smart.
looked like a career woman. That's why I'm laughing.
But you
I'm
look
like,
artistic.
Yes.
You look creative.
Yes.
That I will take.
Yeah.
That I will take.
I can't do funky glasses though. Like I like how you guys all have like the funky glasses. I'm like super standard.
You don't think your
No,
glasses
you
are
can.
stylish?
You just have to
You
find
They're
the
sti-
like
but
the
not like
ones for
funky.
you.
I can't do like bold color glasses. Like your clear ones.
Oh, I
think you
forgot.
could. I
Mickey
think you
doesn't know how stunning she is.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot. She can
Oh my
literally pull
God.
it all
Oh
off.
man.
Any her.
But yes.
You asked us how everyone was doing.
Yeah, how's everyone doing? I feel like it's the beginning of the year. So I don't know, like how's getting back into work? How's careers? Because also it's hard. There's a lot of people freelancing. There's a lot of people looking for work right
A
now.
lot of people getting laid off.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. Which I'm sure is anxiety connected to money. So I don't know. How's everyone?
I'm
Everyone's good?
January. Anyone?
Good. Okay,
Let me tell you, I need more money.
No, January has been very lucrative. So I will be.
Hey, we love that. We love an
And-
abundant January.
And I will say, my parents are leaving for the Philippines, so I actually celebrated my birthday over the weekend.
Oh, nice. Happy early birthday.
Okay.
Same as Rihanna. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say
I know.
that.
I'm like, wait,
I have
we
the
didn't
same
miss
birthday as
it.
Rihanna.
No.
No. So we celebrated NBA birthday. So it's me, Nate, Benny, Auntie.
Nice.
Aww.
So I had a great weekend.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yes, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
Quarter zips and matcha. How
Yes.
are you?
I started a new job, so
Hey,
I'm very
okay.
happy
Come on
about
now.
that. Very exciting. Also, a huge sense of relief because for any entrepreneurs or freelancers out there, you know how rough it can get. So, yeah, definitely blessed in that sense. Yeah. How about you guys?
Business wise, like for my baking career, January is like super dry January. You know, everyone's on their budgets, everyone's watching their waist. They're like, oh, I don't like
yeah, you
sugar
said
anymore.
that. You said that.
But you know what? Valentine's Day is coming, and I'm reeling you suckers back in. I'm back in
Look who
business.
came crawling back.
I'm still gonna be here. You guys need sweets. I got them. But honestly, like I had like a personal growth moment to the point where my husband had to like pull me aside and be like, "You have grown so much." So, like last minute, I decided to go to like Canada's bridal show, and like I wasn't an official vendor, but I'm trying to get partnered with like event spaces or
Smart.
event planners,
Very
right? Like
smart,
get my
yes.
name out there, get them familiar with myself, and like it was a growth moment for me because I'm so type A. I need a plan, I need a schedule, I need a
Yeah.
strategy. But this was one of those moments where I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything tomorrow. This is a good opportunity. So like literally in a span of 24 hours, I designed my own flyers. I printed them out. I came up with like my sales pitch or whatever. Me and my husband, we went down to the bridal show and I just started talking to people, introduced myself, let them know I'm a cake vendor. I make wedding cakes. This is my
Love that.
experience. This is my story. And like as we're going home, he's like, you have come such a long way. I was like, no, whatever. He's like, no, seriously, you need to stop and like appreciate how much you've grown. So I want to say
love
thank
that.
you to him for making me stop and giving me my flowers. And like, it's true. Like I was nervous at first. I was like, do I want to go? Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I went there and I was like, I actually like felt joy. Like I actually felt joy talking to people, telling people about my business, soliciting myself.
Joyful January.
Joyful
I love that.
January.
Abundant
Yeah.
January,
And I-
joyful January.
This is so far. Again, you guys know my social anxiety. Like this is so far from the person that I used to be. So like I'm grateful. I told them like the podcast has also helped. Like I've had to talk and socialize and build a relationship with you guys, talk to our guests. So it's put me in a really big growth position and it makes me excited for 2020. Like stop crying.
Hey.
Poking through her glasses.
She's crying again.
So yeah, we'll start January with joyful and grateful
Yes,
for sure.
I love that.
Yay.
I will not cry.
Okay, Kai.
Jessica.
No, I'm feeling the same way you are. I love starting the year off like this. You don't get many chances. And it was a sad December for sure for me and my family. But I started like my new role, like fully got my team on board, have a bigger team. And I wasn't a manager or like anywhere in leadership for a long time. So jumping back into that in a new year when everyone's looking back at 2016, it was weird. Like all this nostalgic was coming back. And that's what made me post all like these journey posts because I'm like, crap.
I loved your post so much, by the way.
Thank you.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to post that. And I think one person messaged me and they said, you've done so many different things, but I actually like that about you because like, it's like you can't stay stagnant. Like things are so changing rapidly every single year. But I did my first team meeting. And I have some people who've worked there for like a long time. And I actually did an exercise that I learned from you guys where I gave each person on my team their flowers. And I thought they were like so shocked. But I think the greatest part about being a leader or like a manager is when you genuinely mean what you say. Like you're not saying things just to be flowery and be like, I'm just going to compliment you. But you actually mean what's coming out of your mouth and you appreciate your team. It comes off so genuine.
Of course.
And I think that's something that people don't remember when they're on these big, large teams making huge decisions every day.
For sure.
It's like just taking that moment, like normalizing, complimenting each other. And it was received so well. So thanks, guys.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Love that. You gave me shivers.
I love that.
I also think about the careers I've stayed in far past expiration dates. It's because I always felt acknowledged in those roles. So like the flowers matter.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
shout out to you guys.
Well,
Shout out
to you, to everyone.
Flowers to everyone.
Yes.
And to the whoever's out there and you're like, I don't have any flowers and everything's bad. Valleys and peaks, if it counts for anything, we've all had our hard times or been there as well. And yes, now here and now we get to say all the pretty things. But stick to it, you know.
Yeah.
Keep
Well, I
pushing.
Seasons.
Keep on trekking.
We could say anything. It would be walang manual sa adulting.
Oh,
Hey, there we go.
Is that a point?
That was,
Can I get a point on the board?
That was smooth. I'm
about
gonna give you 10
segue.
points for that. Great,
Oh my, I didn't
great intro to that.
I didn't want to leave this segment without our phrase of the
course,
day,
of
which
course.
is there is no manual for adulting. As you guys can see,
Facts.
we're all on different paths, different journeys, but we're here in a state of gratitude. So there is no manual. And
that was so smooth that I forgot that I had to follow suit.
Yeah. And in Bisaya.
Wala yung manual sa pagka-adult.
So I want
I don't
to
know
say
how to
one.
say this.
Walang manual sa adulting. Walay manual sa pagka-adult. There we go.
Adult.
Galing.
Ain't that the damn truth? Let me tell you.
Right?
All right.
There really isn't.
All right. Let's take a break. Happy to have y'all here with us, and we'll be right back after this.
All right, welcome back. So we're gonna talk about our first jobs.
Ooh.
My first job was at Harvey's, and I really liked my first job.
Hey.
Really?
Yeah, it was yours too.
Nice. My first job with a SIN number legally. My first, technically, my first job.
Context.
Shout out my girls Tito. My first job was at a bingo hall. I was a runner,
fun.
so I had a fanny pack of cards, and anytime they'd raise their hands, you have to run over, give them the card, give the change. But that was totally under the table. Yeah. But my
Kids.
first job was Harvey's in Africa.
Okay, I think my
At the
baby dad's
zoo.
worked at that one too. Because Walter worked with you, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
how I met Walter. Yes.
Hey, Walter.
Harvey's Connect.
Yeah, there we go.
I loved working at Harvey's. It was
Me
so
too.
much fun.
What? I ate it
you
like
guys?
everything.
My
would hit like-
again first job. Well, my actual first job was being an Avon lady.
No way. I love the Avon lady.
That was not your
I love
first.
getting
Yeah.
the Avon
Crazy.
In like high
catalogs.
school,
You were
and
meant to entrepreneur.
I guess so, but like I also didn't want to get. So I was so against getting fast food jobs, but because I didn't want to like see behind the curtain, I wanted to be able to still enjoy the food after. I didn't want to see like my coworkers doing unsanitary stuff or what the
fair
food is
enough.
actually like. I was like, I'm just gonna close my eyes and
Yeah.
still enjoy my food. So I didn't want to know any
Ignorance
of that behind the
is
scenes.
bliss.
Stuff.
Fair,
Yeah, ignorance is bliss for me. I was like, I'm still gonna eat it, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep going.
No, I feel you on that.
Yeah, I lied. And because you have to be 18 to sell Avon,
was
you have to be an
gonna
adult.
say.
Yeah, I'm like, when did you start
I
working?
was in grade 11.
How are you selling skincare?
I was in grade 11, but it was perfect because no one else was doing it. I would sell it to my teachers. I would sell it to my friends
Wow,
at
that's
school.
crazy.
Handing in your homework with the new
Yeah.
catalog.
Yeah. So when I signed up for Avon, I just lied on the application and nobody
Nice.
checked my ID. But then my first real job was at a shoe store called Steps.
I remember Steps.
you remember Steps?
Yes.
I remember.
Good
Yeah.
throwback. Good
It
throwback.
was definitely bootleg, but shout out Pickering Town Center.
Hey.
Yeah.
I used to work at Pickering Town Center, but that was not my first job.
There's so
was
many
your job?
connections though. Like
I worked
Harvey's,
at Mac at the
high
Bay
school.
in Pickering.
The Bay.
Pickering.
Ooh, the
Mac
Bay.
at the Bay.
Oh, Mac
Really?
at the
That's
Bay.
where I
My
got
makeup
my-
artist era.
That was where I got my prom makeup done.
Yeah,
Nice.
Could have been.
I
It
do.
could have been.
What is it? You? Could have been. Who knows?
My first job was a Shoppers Drug Mart.
Ooh.
We're a big Shoppers Drug
Very
Mart
Canadian.
family.
Yeah.
My mom.
Are you still?
Well, my mom was a cosmetician, and that was also she retired from Shoppers Drug Mart. My sister was a pharmacist.
Oh,
I
wow.
worked at Shoppers Drug Mart.
Nice.
So yeah, that was my first job. So I went from cashier to cosmetics.
Amazing.
And that's kind of how it.
Yeah.
The whole artistry kind of began.
That all makes sense.
I
Yeah.
totally worked at Shoppers too. Yeah. I worked
Shock.
there.
You think you know somebody.
I worked at the post office. I was a cashier and I worked at the post office. And then that's the only job I got fired from.
Oh, crap. Okay, we can talk
I
about
don't know
that.
if I should share that, but I was like, whatever.
And
It's
it-
girl talk. There was a whole operation happening. I wasn't the ringleader.
What
I
was
was
the
not.
operation? You got to spill the beans.
Can I do this?
Yeah,
Should I?
why
Yeah,
not?
I think
Yeah.
you
know,
can.
I think there's a statute on limitations.
Right?
Bare
Yeah.
times passed.
Okay, no, honestly, I got there and there was like a whole like operation of like
theft.
theft, taking things. And honestly, I did it. I barely did it. Like I did it once where it was like, it's the stuff you don't want to pay for, like cotton balls and shampoo
Okay.
and things.
Yeah.
And then I just remember having this feeling. I was like, I had like that funny spidey sense, and then everything unraveled. It was
Yeah,
exposed.
okay. But
so I got
shoplifting?
caught in like crossfire, but I was not the ringleader by any means. Anyways, fun fact.
But like shoplifting, though, I feel like all of us have either been there.
Yeah,
experienced it,
100%.
done it.
I
Like,
think.
I feel like we have to normalize that
I
combo a
often
little
think
bit.
about my niece's age, and I'm just like, please don't.
It's not worth it. Buy the earrings.
You know what's so
Yes.
funny? I got caught shoplifting from Bulk Barn.
Oh no.
What was it? Was it a gummy bear?
No, all the snacks. So what I had is like I had like a bag of snacks, like a bag of chips or whatever, and then I would go to the bins and I would put whatever in the bins into my bag of chips. So if they saw me eating, they would just think, oh, she just has a bag of chips.
Whoa, that's
really,
yeah.
Well, obviously it didn't work because they caught me. Okay, and they asked me. Well, nothing happened. They just asked me to
These
leave.
are Cheetos?
Yeah. But eventually, I guess like, they probably saw me in the cameras. Eventually came like, hey, so we know what you're doing, and can you leave our store, please? I'm like, okay.
I'm not
Oh,
smooth.
they
They would have caught me like mid.
What's that?
They let you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I got caught I was 13. It was at Cedar Bay Mall.
Oh, nice.
And we were just we realized kids don't do this
Don't-
at home.
We are not,
It's not worth it, guys.
recommending
This is us.
But it's a phase of our lives.
Yeah,
Yes.
it happens.
Just
Yeah.
disclaimer.
Yeah.
This
I
is
was-
not cool. We're not celebrating
No.
this.
Yes.
But this is when we realized, oh, we could put it on under our clothes and like walk out, right? And then like we were doing that, and we were doing a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then there's one day we didn't know about those magnetic
The tags, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so young though that she let us go.
Yeah.
She was like,
thank
you guys
goodness,
need to
yeah.
go. I was like,
Yeah, this is similar. I did Ardennes at Mark.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, of course,
bad.
Claire's.
Ardennes, Claire's for
yeah,
sure.
Stitches for sure.
Costa Blanca.
Ooh, oh
They
yeah.
had the best
Urban
accessories.
behavior.
Urban
in the day.
behavior. Oh, I
Yeah.
got caught for a pair of jeans. It was my first time.
How do you steal
And then I never did it
jeans?
again.
Under your clothes.
What did I do? I put it.
Don't do that.
Yeah. We're not.
Kara, don't.
I tucked it behind my backpack, but then same thing. Like we beeped, and then I was like, turned around, and that definitely deterred me.
Damn.
That terrifying
Yeah.
moment when you're about to walk out, though, like no,
Yeah.
I can't.
I can't.
Okay, well, we've come
Anyways, yeah.
a long way, guys. We're not shoplifting anymore. We're not. I love fast
Speaking
food
of
as
careers.
first job, though. I think that's like and when you go from garnish to drive-through, like you just feel so empowered.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt pretty cool with
right
the
with the
headset.
headset. But now, like those first jobs, do they correlate at all to the careers we have now? I feel like ish.
Yeah,
Yours for
actually.
sure.
Yeah.
Mine for
It's
sure.
because like cosmetology is artistry.
Yeah.
So I think customer service has always been in my wheelhouse. So definitely, because customer service is a part of entrepreneurship.
But where are you now? What's your job? What's your title? What do you call
I am
yourself?
a full-time visual artist.
Yay.
Yeah,
Full time. That's a big. That's a big
That's
That's a
flex.
big part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay, now the spotlight's on me and it's getting bright. Now I feel it.
Gina?
So the questions.
Where are you now? Like, how does your first job relate to what you're doing now? Not
I
at
mean,
all.
just from the sense, maybe like multitasking, like no, like or just running and rushing around within project management. A little disconnected but connected. I don't know if I wouldn't say it correlates exactly.
I think the multitasking is the huge one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to go with the steps, not the Avon. But you're right, customer service. But truthfully, customer service, I would say, is like an 80% of jobs, unless you are like strictly like something like an engineer or where you don't work with other people. Like customer service, one introduces you to Gen Pop. Like the general population. It's not just your peers at school. It's not just, your neighborhood, especially somewhere like a mall. Like you're seeing different ages, you're seeing different religions, different ethnicities.
Yeah.
And it forces you to interact with people outside of your normal social bubble.
Yeah.
And I think that's a skill that you need to have just in general.
For
Like
sure.
just any career,
Yeah.
any job, even just life skills, like being able to interact and communicate with a variety of people and treat them with dignity and respect. right?
Absolutely that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
also being able to read people within the first 2 seconds. I think that in my makeup artistry days, it was like, how can I make this person feel comfortable within the first 90 seconds that they sit in my seat is the same science I would apply when I'm dealing with a customer or meeting a client. How can I make this person give me their vision within the first 90 seconds or feel
Yeah.
comfortable enough to tell me their vision?
Yeah.
So
Which you do really well, by the way.
thank you.
Very well.
Thank you.
I think with like fast food though, it's still like fast paced environment, upgrading, like when you're able to make something a combo.
Yeah.
And teamwork. That's like the really big one in fast food. Like you
You're right.
have to
That-
work and it makes me sad now when we see kiosks because I'm like, oh, so much fun taking someone's order, being like, do you want everything on your burger? What's
Yeah.
everything? And like the memorization skills.
Yeah.
and the coordination, like if you got an order wrong and you have to fix it right away.
Oh.
So things like that, I feel like you'll never forget.
Problem solving, critical thinking.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Also, Harvey's was different than the other fast food because they're actually making it in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Working at Harvey's didn't ruin fast food for me.
Okay.
Because things were pretty fresh. I didn't see anyone do sus things. And I will say, when you make it to Grill Master, especially for like me, I'm so short. It's like the heat of the grill.
Yeah, no, it got
I remember my
intense.
first shift, I was like, I have a headache. Yeah. And then next thing you know, they're like, do the dishes. And I'm like, the dishes are like as tall as me. So like, you have a headache from the grill, and then like you're literally swimming in the sink trying to like, get all the... So that's like stuff you can't teach kids now. Like you got to be in the thick of it.
Yeah,
no,
that
for sure.
part.
For sure.
Into the thick of it.
See, you do watch TikTok.
Is that from TikTok?
It's definitely from TikTok.
Isn't that from Backyardigans?
Yes.
Okay, so I do have
So that's
nephews
just our age. Yeah. That was the real life.
Yeah, that was the original. TikTok was the cover.
Yeah.
Great. On today's episode of Anna Shows Her Age.
I love those parts.
Yeah.
You should make a reel on that. Just when you
should.
say that.
There's so many.
So it's so crazy to hear everybody's like first jobs, and now here we
Where
are
they're at.
celebrating kind of where we are. But with that said, how do you guys feel with like, I guess, comparing yourself to cousins or even your peers, friends, just in terms
Siblings.
of, doing well?
What's doing well? If it's first
Valid
of all.
question.
I don't know. Honestly, it's so funny, these questions. I was literally having this thought to myself yesterday. Like, I was in the car and I was thinking about the fact that, one, I haven't connected with one of my cousins in a while. But the two of us, we are the oldest of our family. So it's kind of hard for me to do comparisons when I don't have like other cousins my age or in similar situations. Like there's a big age gap between us and the younger ones. It's like 5, 6, 7 years. So we're really like the leaders of our generation, right?
Yeah.
But we're both married. But I was just thinking about the fact that, you know, our lives are very different. And like part of me was like a little bit jealous because like she's able to own her own home. She lives like just outside of downtown Toronto. I'm in a different position. Like my husband and I were renting. We live in the suburbs by choice, by the way, which is another conversation. We live in the suburbs by choice. But just thinking about, I was in a moment where I was like, oh, she has this, but I don't have this. But at the same time, it's like, well, we're also in different situations where her and her husband don't have kids, and me and my husband have 2 kids. And that obviously plays a really big factor on your financial status and situation. So it's hard not to compare.
I think it's natural.
It's natural
right?
to compare. But I think at the same time, I also took a step back and like looked at myself and I was like, is that even something that I want or that I prioritize? Like, have I ever even made the decision to prioritize buying a house for myself, right? Like, I don't know what her and her husband went through to make those decisions, what financial sacrifices they made to get to that point. And I'll be honest, that wasn't a priority for me. It's something nice to have, or you think about it, like, oh, I should buy a house, but I've never actually been strict with my finances. I've never actually created a set plan in order to put myself in that position. So then by the end of my thought process, I was like, what am I jealous
Girl,
of?
what are you doing? Yeah. You're fine.
Like,
girl, you're fine.
I'm doing okay. We just have different lives, and I think that's an important message to send home to everybody. Is like, don't compare when everybody's paths are different and everybody's circumstances are different.
Everyone
right?
paid a price to be where they
Everyone
are.
paid a price to where they're at.
But I totally hear you. Comparison, slippery slope.
Thief of joy.
It can be a slippery slope where it's like it can enhance something, where it could inspire you, or you just go the other route and then start tearing yourself down, or not giving yourself enough flowers.
Yeah.
But
Anyone else have comparison situations?
I seen this video and I thought it was really special because they talked about when you start comparing and you start, I guess, using the word envy or jealous, it's actually, if you twist your mind frame to kind of look at that as an opportunity to say, you know what, this motivates me. Like, that envy is coming from a place of this is something that I want. This is something that I desire. So it doesn't necessarily have to come from a negative place, but if you just reframe how you receive it, but it can be detrimental to like,
for sure.
Wow, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough.
Hear that?
As my friend Drake says, jealousy is just love and hate at the same time.
There you
It's
go.
like, you have what I love and I hate that you have it.
Better late than never, never late than never. As far as
any Drake line.
I'll teach you.
That's
Don't
a
worry.
lie.
I'll
Yeah,
teach
you
you
do.
more.
If
Yeah,
you're-
you totally
you'll
do.
know.
Horses.
I'm sure when you have a little wine and you're out and then the song plays and you start singing, you're going to have this moment where you're like, I do.
No, the only thing I remember about Jake is when Best Day I Ever Had came out and I was in the club jumping so hard in my heels, and one of the promoters came up to me and they're like, you need to calm down. Are you okay?
No, they didn't.
I'm just happy.
They did
No,
not.
they didn't.
They did not pipe you down
They
for
did,
being.
I'm not. Okay, but
I'm
going
dead.
back to this before we derail too much. Comparing ourselves to cousins, I would always do appearance-wise because, again, I was the darkest cousin, right? The shortest cousin, but I was also one of the oldest cousins, right? So everyone's always looking up to Ate. I think I did this a lot as I was younger, but now it's like people who have university degrees and all that stuff. Like, I'm a university dropout. Like, I went to culinary school. Now I work at a healthcare unit. It's so weird.
Yeah.
None of that means anything to me anymore. And like when especially like our parents or like just our elders will be like, oh, you have to go to school, or like they'll just talk down. I'll be like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm doing very well and I dropped out of university. So please don't tell me like I have to have this or that. Because not only did I prove that wrong, but my parents did. Like, they only did high school, and they got pregnant super young too. So I'm like, yeah, like education for me, it means nothing. It's how hard you're willing to work, how much you want it.
Yeah.
And I think like the generations after us are really understanding that concept, using
I agree.
technology, using experiences, networking, and that's what really matters. So I'm really happy we're moving towards that and going away from like being book smart.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Just to piggy off that thought, I have had conversations with cousins who are, I guess, highlighted in our family as being successful or doing what needs to be done. And like when I have my one-on-one conversations with them, not even to highlight me, they just very humbly say like, yeah, I'm doing it, but I'm not happy.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it's really just, it's rose-colored glasses, right?
Yeah.
Everything looks good from the outside.
I've definitely struggled with it. I feel I'm like I have a bunch of older ates, and then I'm the oldest out of like the next set of siblings / cousins. So for me growing up, it was great because I saw my ates all do it. Get the card, get the men, so I always kind of had that reference point, and it was just always a motivation of like, I want to do that. But then as I got into my late 20s, early 30s, then it kind of started turning into like, shit, like I don't have things or I'm not doing certain things. And I remember one time I was venting to my tita because I was like, well, ate has this and this ate has this. And like, I just like on the verge of breakdown.
Yeah.
And what I remember is my tita was just like, oh, and then I also like went further on to say I felt bad because now I'm also setting a bad example for the younger siblings, right? So it was just this like downhill kind of effect. And then she just said, Jan, just focus on yourself. She said, don't worry about everything. If you want it, go. Lead by example. Go after it. But, and that always just stuck with me. So I still struggle with it. I think it's human nature to compare, but I am sure I even if I'm negative, I'll turn it around and be like, okay, clearly you want this. So what do you got to do to get it? And then just change it to motivation.
And you're allowed to be.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So,
Because you know what? Walang manual sa adulting.
hey,
On the board. On the board.
Fire
So
today,
swift.
people. I'm on fire today.
All right. Well, let's take a break and we'll be right back after this.
And we're back. I just wanted to actually quickly touch base on that because I think often, because I can totally understand where you're coming from, the pressures of like, you know, my ates or my kuyas have this, they have that, everything. You know that checklist, that invisible checklist that we all have when we were younger? I think there's a lot to be said of the things that we don't celebrate out loud. Like, I know marriage is something we celebrate out loud. Babies, baby showers, engagements, but what about the women that choose their career? What about the women that choose themselves? What about the women, also men that choose different paths? Like, I feel like those get forgotten and society makes the other things highlighted, which is what makes and kind of paves the way for comparison.
Yeah. It's like they had that episode on Sex and the City. Do you guys
Absolutely.
remember?
With the Jimmy Choos left at the door.
Yeah.
Like, she had to throw herself an engagement party for herself in order to be seen as an equal. So just food for thought.
Yeah.
It's just information, right?
I was listening to a podcast, and I think it was with Shonda Rhimes, and they said, men brag, women hide. And they're specifically talking like career focus. Like when we get a promotion, like, and I just got one, and I've been really, I didn't even change my signature literally until like a month in, or like put it on LinkedIn, because I was so scared of what people would think. Like, you don't want to brag. You don't want to seem like you're like an opportunist in any way. And it's like, oh, why are we like that?
Yeah.
You know, like, why do we want to hide?
To be a woman, the norm is to be high performing. But then you're right. You don't get to
showcase it, celebrate
because
it.
you need to make sure the house is good. You need to make sure the career is good. You need to make sure the kids are good. Make sure you're good. But God
most
forbid
of it's in silence, right?
Yeah.
And like if you do it on social, like, and become like an influencer, people are like so easy to judge you and be like, oh, like she's showing off, or like you're not the perfect mom, or so it's so much negative connotation. And another thing they said in the podcast is like, women hate on women. Like if it was like a dad outperforming, everyone's like, oh my gosh, look at that dad. Like and for women, it's still, you have to constantly defend yourself as to why you want to celebrate yourself in any way, shape, or form.
Sorry, when you said that, I thought about like when there's a video of a dad picking up the kid from school, and it's like hyper celebrated, and it's like mom does that like 4 days
literally
out of the
every
week.
single day.
So it's like when he does it, it's like this big performative thing, right?
Yeah.
But when mom does it, it's just, that's what moms do.
It just reminds me of that Chris Rock joke where he's like, I take care of my kids. He's like, you're supposed to. What do you want, a cookie?
Also, disclaimer, I'm not taking away the special moments of marriage, and I
No,
will,
for sure.
Just context of the conversation.
Yeah.
My overthinking brain is just like, wait, that could have came out wrong.
I think talking about those things, let's talk about something we don't talk about, which is money.
No. I'm just kidding.
Money.
Gimme.
Did you guys like talk about money in your families? Like, is this something like people are like, save your money, or?
My parents have always said your credit is the most important thing. Because I feel like as immigrants, you know, you often come here and that's kind of what you have to build from. You don't have all the better in the world, but you can build your credit. And when you can build your credit, you can build your lifestyle.
I wish I met your parents. I didn't get none of that.
Well, that's really nice.
Did not get any of that. No credit card, no saving. What's debt? Like, here's a bank card. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Mickey's laughing.
Honestly, I feel like
No, I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go tell us.
I'm laughing at my own like personal story because I was trying to think like, what did I learn from my parents about money? I want to say, I don't know if I learned this, but it's like you can always make more money.
Yeah.
Like I've learned, which is not really the best advice because it didn't necessarily promote saving.
It's not
But I know
an
the positive
inaccurate.
sentiment
The
that
positive
you're
side is like
tapping
is
into.
you know you do what you need to do in the moment. You can always make more money. I don't know if I was taught that or I made that up myself, but I was laughing because I have an awful relationship with money.
Girl, me too.
It's very.
Me
Listen,
too, girl.
just because my parents has their T's
And
crossed
so,
doesn't mean I do.
so I'll tell you my personal experience, right? When I was 18, getting ready to university, like the one piece of advice I'll always remember from my dad is he said, don't get a credit card. He's like, that's how you build debt. That's how you build bad habits. He's like, whatever you do, like, don't get a credit card. Did I listen? No. Did I get a credit card? Yes. Did I get a second credit card? Yes. Did I get a third credit card? I sure did because they hand them out at the grocery store, you guys.
Everywhere.
Like, I was just buying my groceries. You guys want a free $100 voucher? Yeah,
They
I
totally
do.
targeted you,
I
yeah.
sure do. So anyways, I'm in university
one.
student. I'm broke. I got 3 credit cards. I like online shopping.
Yeah.
And so I ended up maxing out 3 credit cards by the time I finished university.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, shoot, like we got to help you pay it off. Like, let's go get you a consolidation loan. And so she went and asked my dad, like, hey, can we co-sign for her to get a consolidation loan? And he said, no. He's like, I told you not to get a credit card. And I told you I would not pay it off for you. And I was like, damn it.
Wow.
But I'm honestly, and obviously at the time I was frustrated, but at the same time I was like, it did teach me a good lesson, a hard
For sure,
lesson.
definitely.
for sure.
But I learned, like, unfortunately, the hard way, right?
Yeah.
Of like learning about the importance of managing your money, managing your financing, and the importance of delayed gratification. That you can't just get
that
things,
delayed gratification,
everything
though.
right away because you want it and you feel
Yeah.
like it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what happened with me.
Yeah.
I never got like sat down and been like, hey, this is how you do things, etc. Same thing. It was like, got a bank account. The most I think I was told was, save your money.
Yes.
How? now. That's what I didn't know. And then on top of that, then I turn 18. The bank's like, perfect. Let's give her a credit card. I maxed that out too. And I kind of had a similar mindset where it was like, even though I was like spending and like whatever, it was kind of like, well, I have a job now, so like whatever, I'm gonna get a paycheck in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And then
meanwhile, at the time, my paychecks were like $500, like
100%. But straight up terrible relationship with money. Also, I didn't go to school when I had the opportunity to go into corporate pretty young, early 20s. So it was just like, cool, this is what it means to be an adult. I got money. Yeah. I can do things now. But I wasn't smart with the saving and investing, which in turn, I learned later in life. Still learning. Let me not lie.
I started investing last year.
I was going to say, disclaimer, just because my parents are so great doesn't mean I had it all together.
It's such a, like, did you guys talk about your parent, like, with your family now about money? Because, like, we're talking about pensions, we're talking about retirement now, and I'm becoming the lecturer, which I don't like. And I'm, like, still learning, too. I don't think I learned about money until I got married. And it was before we got married, and I was like, oh, I'm saving. And they're like, and he was like, well, how much do you have like on your credit card? And I would tell him, he's like, why don't you pay that off first? And I was like, that would be a good idea. But I just didn't know. And I think I had such an unhealthy relationship with money too. Like my parents were spending a lot. They were really young. I also saw like the paycheck to paycheck grind, the like, we don't have cable. And like, those are all normal things. And I hope my parents don't get offended that I'm saying that. But like,
I'm about to apologize next after.
But that's a real thing, right?
It is very real.
It's hard to keep up with bills and kids and stuff. But now, like, I'm thinking, what would I do differently? Like, and Maddie has her own account now, and I'm like, if you don't need it, I'm not buying it. You are buying it from yourself with the money that you've saved.
Yeah.
And like credit should be like fun. Like this is a credit score. When you hit this number, it's fun. It's like you win a prize.
That's a great direction to take.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. And sorry, this is what I was gonna say. Mom, Dad, you guys are amazing. You guys did your best. But also acknowledging, like they were immigrant parents. I think you had 4 kids. You know, they just had to keep up. So it's not. I don't think you didn't want to teach us about finances. You guys were just busy.
They were learning too.
And exactly. It was their learning as well, right? So
I think it kind of like goes coincide with the mental health issue. It's like they were just so focused on just
getting through.
Man.
Yeah.
Like these side quest conversations of like financial literacy or mental health, those weren't priorities. It was how do we put food on the table?
Yeah. And there's shame involved, right? Like you go to a bank and you're like, oh, I don't know about this. But you're like an older person at this point, and people are going to look at you and be like, you don't know how to do that? You should. But it's like, yo, no one taught me how to do this. I'm coming here for help. Exactly. Like, how can you approach me with a non-judgmental way where it's safe for immigrants or older people who have never had access to this kind of education, where I'm going to want to go to the bank and learn how to save money for the first time?
They should literally be teaching this in school. But
yes,
that's another conversation.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do think about that statement when you're like, my parents kind of taught me, or whether they said it or
you can make more money.
I think about the money I could have saved, but I also think about the life I've lived. And like, you have to think about all the experiences that you were like, you know what? YOLO. That's a Drake one.
I knew that one.
Okay. And it's so funny. I know you guys bring up like the Mexico trip, but this vacationing stuff, and we're talking about blending cultures. This actually came from my husband. So my dad actually used to have the mindset where he didn't like to spend money on intangible things. He didn't like to spend money on vacations. He liked to like buy big screen TVs or like big massage chairs. Like he likes to actually see and feel where his money is going. It's only in recent years where he's starting to value, again, because of the grandkids, he's starting to value memories and moments and experiences. So when my husband and I started going together, during on my mat leave, we went on 4 vacations.
Oh,
yeah. But I'm on like EI. I'm not making like income, but like we're making it work, right? And so
sounds
my parents
like
sat me down
because
that lifestyle was so different from them, and they were like, and this is one of those blended families things. They're like, is this really you? Are you just going on these vacations because your husband or your spouse wants to do it? Like this is not how we raised you. And I was like, kind of yes. Like I wasn't pro vacations, but once I started, I was like, this is really nice.
I can get used to this.
Really, I do like this.
Pass me the pina coladas.
So it wasn't, he's dragging me on these vacations. He's making me go.
Twist my arm,
right? And then now that they're into it too, they're like, okay, I see the value in the vacations now. And literally on New Year's Eve, my husband sent me a video of like everywhere that we've been. His phone made a collage of like wifey in different countries, and it was a collage of 24 different countries. And I was like, I look back at that, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'm still stand by my choice. Money comes back.
Yes.
We
the
can make it.
part, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like you're kind of raised one way or the other.
Yes.
Like, karipot, that's one Tagalog I know very well. But it's like, how do you enjoy everything that you've worked so hard for while saving for the future and praying to God you're going to be able to enjoy it at the end?
Yeah.
Well, that's the part they say that how many reels do you see where it's like to by the end of the day, are you just going to look back and say, for all of my life I worked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you lived your life and maybe you might not have the biggest bank account, like there was opportunities or like memories that priceless.
I will say, maybe my mom and dad didn't sit me down and show me technical like Excel sheets, but they did teach me how to be resourceful.
There we go.
No matter how crazy and stressful life was. As a kid, I know my parents made sure that we got experiences, or like even if we couldn't go to Chuck E. Cheese, it's like we'd have like a really, really good meal at home together, sitting at the table. So I can definitely applaud them for that. And
Shout out
that.
Tita and Tito.
Yes.
All right. Oh, that was good, guys.
I know that.
I was scared at first because I was like, money. I'm scared.
Yeah, you tried to not let me talk.
But yes, let's keep this going. We're going to take a break right here, and we're going to keep going once we're back.
Okay, guys, so I know we're kind of talking about some of our negative experiences or like not so educated experiences with money. But let's flip it now. So like, what is actually one money habit that you are proud of or something that you would encourage or share with others?
Yo, you gotta really. Sorry, I don't even know why I said yo.
No, that's cool. I was locked in.
I like
that.
Yo, Jess.
One of my coworkers do this, rubbing off on me. But following the right people on social, I will say this every dang day.
Hey.
Reading
Facts.
financial books, listening to podcasts. If you don't understand something, it's literally at your fingertips.
Yeah.
If you are starting a new job, and I'm going to tell this story because it was so bad. I got hired to be a general manager for a catering company. I don't remember what year. I'm not going to look at my LinkedIn. And I will not shout out this company. I don't want to shame you. But it was a pute man. And I know that the person before me was also pute. And I'm sure she was making more money than me. She ended up leaving. I think she either went on mat leave or something like that. And remember, this is general manager. And this catering company did Cirque du Soleil. They're doing like cottage, like for people who are like millionaires. Okay. Hiring me at this time, I think I had to be under 26 for sure. $25,000 was what he had offered me.
What?
Salary.
What?
Yes.
Salary?
What?
Yes, my
For the
salary.
year?
20. Yeah. And I was just so caught up in like, I need to feed my kid. I need to pay for rent. I don't like my job now. This gives me the flexibility to pick her up and drop her off when I have to, because I'm a GM. I can do what I want. So I took it, and then I was like, looking back, do not take jobs unless you look at the comparable rates for your salary. You have to be competitive and don't just jump at everything. But because of my desperateness in my situation at that moment, I took it, and then I looked at all the things that I did for that company. I was like, oh my gosh, because of how I look, that person totally took advantage of me.
Yeah.
I am a short Filipino woman. He probably thought, I don't know what he thought of me, but he was like, I'm going to offer her the
lowest
small.
possible.
And I brought it up after, and he's like, we already signed. We already negotiated this. Like, you're not going up. And he was so surprised when I quit, which I thought was funny. But I would just say, before you do anything, there's so many resources online. Educate yourself before accepting anything, before trying to do a savings plan. Like, AI is really there. And I know ChatGPT isn't always reliable, but there are so many online resources and influencers that are here to help you if you look in the right places.
Sorry, can I just highlight what a testimony to the work you do now?
Yeah.
I was
To
thinking,
like ensure we get paid what we deserve to be
yes.
paid.
Yeah.
So shout out you. Wow.
And it's funny because like my name's like sounds pute like when you say Jessica Lagman, right? They think I'm like
bit.
not Filipino. But how you like that matters too. Like somebody's gonna look at your resume, and so you really have to think about how you're marketing yourself. in a way where like you should still be proud. Like if you have a long name and if it sounds very cultured, like do something else on your resume that's going to get you through the door. Because some people will look at a name and be like, no.
Yeah,
and
unfortunate
sucks.
truth. Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys hear though? But the Canada has actually legislated that job postings have to post the salary now. So they've changed the legislation. It's a DEI thing as well. So it's like if there are any job postings that are being posted within Canada, they have to share what the salary range is.
Yeah.
Which I'm so glad and grateful for.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No surprises over there.
No surprises
It's
over
such a
there.
taboo topic, right? Like
It is.
But I'm hearing more and more of like, guys, we need to get comfortable sharing this because then it's just going to continue, right?
Yeah.
I even had a conversation with a male once and we were talking about careers and making jumps. And he's like, well, he said it so casually, like this would happen as soon as I decide it and if I want. But he's like, yeah, you know, if I want to make a jump, I just go to another company. That's an easy 15K. And here I am like wondering if it's okay to ask for an extra 10,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like just to hear him say that, it definitely gave me perspective. And I was like, okay, I gotta boss up, you know? Because if you can talk like that, yeah, I should be talking like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a conversation with a friend a few years ago, right? And we're talking about the use of like credit cards and debit cards, right? And she had a stand. She was like, you know, I don't understand why people don't use credit cards. It just makes sense, right? Because you get points on it, you can earn whatever, right? And I was like, honestly, because of my history, I can't use credit cards and I know my own limitations. So a money habit that I've had is like any spending money that I have between paychecks, I take it out in cash. And so, like, if I'm buying things or spending things, I can physically see where my money is going. Like, we've strayed so far away from that. Everything's tap, 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 right?
Yeah.
And, like, mentally, if you're not keeping track, it's so easy to go overboard. For me, I was like, I know my limit. I play within it. So, like, when I have, like, recreational money,
I love that.
I was like, I need to physically see money depleting. And then that helps me be discerning, right? I'm like, how much do I want to need? How much do I need this? How much do I want to buy this? How badly do I need that snack, right?
I
So
love that.
it's helped me because I was like, you know, I know I'm not
That's
the
a really
strongest.
good one.
Yes.
I think mine would be like my ability to really stand in front of something or in front of my screen even and be like, do I really need this?
Yes. Yeah.
Do I really need this? Because I genuinely am so good at being like, I don't need this. I have what I need.
And it's so hard online though,
And
because you
we're
just click,
so-
button, click.
Yes, and sometimes our eyes are a lot larger than what we actually need. Like, I don't need an extra this, an extra that.
Yeah.
Like, you have so many of something, you just want it because it's new.
Yeah.
So I think my good money habit is the fact that I can say, no, I don't need it.
The
And I can
discernment, yeah.
say it often.
Nice.
Not at the art store.
There's certain stores.
The night.
No, it
I'm
is
the same
though.
with baking,
It is though.
but that's a business expense.
It
so
is.
it's not
I
really
agree.
my
I
money.
agree.
So
And that's why I like following accounts and just being surrounded people who have the same financial goals as you, that helps a lot too.
That part.
Talking to your friends about it more openly.
Yeah.
But there's this one girl and she says like frugal chic. I think it's so funny.
That's cute.
And she literally teach you ways, like what kind of wardrobe and how, like, it's just so helpful because, and it's so helpful when someone's your age and they're going through the same stuff. Because if it's like an older person giving you advice, you're kind of like, oh, I don't want to listen.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you don't know what I'm going through.
Yeah, easy
What
for you.
year
to
were
say.
you born
Yeah.
in? Exactly. Oh, your house was
Your house is paid off,
$100,000.
like,
Fine. So it's harder, but when they're your age, they're going through the same things. They have like career goals that are similar to you. You're like, okay. And I try, but I actually like your idea of like physical, but then I think
like
about the
that.
points being like on my credit card. Like, oh, that could have been a trip.
I have points. Yeah.
So that's hard, but I overspend every month. Like I'll be like, okay, this is your budget for like groceries and all that stuff. And if I take my kids with me, it's like you can just see like the money. Like, but if it's cash, like this is all I
5, 6,
have.
7,
all I
8.
have.
You can't spend more than that.
I've actually I started this with my kids last week. I gave them an allowance for the first time. I gave them $10. I mean, my daughter is 4, has no idea what money still means. So we only went to the dollar store, right? And so like she got mad because she had a $10 bill, but my son had like a $5 bill and a loonie. And because he had more money, she thought that the $5 and the loonie was more
Got
than
it.
the $10 bill. So that's a whole
Got it.
learning curve.
That's adorable.
Right? But
I know. It's
like
so cute.
even starting from
Oh,
now,
those
like
problems.
I need them I need them to see their money depreciate. I need them to
Yes.
see and then them be discerning. Like, do you want this toy that you're gonna lose in 2 minutes, or do you want the gum? Like, what is it that you value and what you want to spend your money on? So I'm trying to start early, break some of those generational things. So like, this is how we're gonna learn how to save and value things.
I saw one exercise that I loved. The mom sat down all her kids and was like, here, you make $2,000 for the month and made them do an expense sheet. So if you had rent, if you had a car, and then it was hilarious to see the kids go, I have nothing left for myself. You know what I mean? So
I love that.
That's definitely something. That's my habit is the tracking, which I totally go over. Things change from a day-to-day basis, but like I can look over the past year or go month to month and be like, hey, this is how much I made, this is how much I spent. And it just made me more aware of what I have. And then there have been times where I'm like, no, if you spend, you're screwed. Like, you know, so your life is over. That.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Once you, all the tapping, it's so easy. Oh, I'm just going to take an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take an Uber. $200. Like, you know, it goes so quick. So
but we're raised in the generation of convenience too.
Yes,
like everything's at our fingertips. Everything is. We can get. Remember when you couldn't get groceries delivered, and now there was a time in COVID where it was mandatory. You got your groceries delivered, right? Like
we washed our groceries.
Being able to Google lyrics is such a luxury that I did not have.
Oh my god!
Like, I would have
you have to replay it.
I would
and
have
write
to
it
play
down.
a song 80 times to write down all the lyrics. There wasn't even like a rewind. You had to go right from the top.
Yeah.
I see TikToks of people that like Uber eats one singular coffee, and I'm like, man,
oh my gosh,
it's cold by the time it gets to you. What was the point of it? You paid $17 for cold coffee.
You're joking.
It's so serious.
There's some things I won't do just
That's
because
so
of all the extra fees. I'm like, this
What
is
was
ridiculous.
the point of that? Yeah.
I will say when I'm craving something, I will make it. I'll just go to the grocery store and make it.
That's why you have to teach me how to cook because I can't do it.
Guys, we have a cooking date. But anyways, that's another episode.
Oh,
sidebar.
Totally. Okay, never mind.
What?
I was gonna be like, guys, it's time for Am I Bustos? But we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back after this.
Okay, it's been a really heavy topic today. We talked about money, but I'm glad we got some of that taboo stuff
Yes,
out
for
of the
sure.
way and out in
Yes.
the open, and hopefully that sparks some conversation at home with families, with your friends. But taking another spin, like 'cause money does not define success. So for each of
that's
you
right.
guys, how do you define success in your life?
Peace.
Heavy sigh.
Yeah, heavy sigh.
Not crying at night.
Success.
surviving.
Not crying every episode that we film.
Hey, that's peaceful.
So what does success look like for me right now? Oh my gosh. I said it, but I don't have the answer right now. Protecting your peace for sure. Making sure I have time with my loved ones, my real ones. And I don't know. I don't know about the career part because I'm like in real time trying to figure that all out.
Facts.
Someone else take it. I might have to circle back.
I think like, and it's gonna sound like selfish because I feel like whenever we think of success, we think about like how we can share it with the people we love, and obviously we want to do that. But last year and even this year, like I love my family and everything that they've given to me, but it's really like being confident in your identity. Like for so long, you carry this weight of being like a Filipino woman and how people perceive you in community. And that really hinders your growth as a person. So it's like, I am a Filipino woman and I want to be successful for myself. So when I think about success, I think about waking up and genuinely like enjoying your life that you've built for yourself, and you've worked so hard. And I think for our parents, our immigrant parents, it takes them so long. Like when winter comes, then they're proud.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, you didn't enjoy summer. You were grinding. And then fall, you're kind of like, okay, like I'm kind of doing okay, but there's still not that, like you're not coming full circle.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually realizing ourselves in summer as we're developing, appreciating every step of the way and being like, man, I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
We just don't give ourselves enough credit for jumping from stone to stone. And it's like, we're not drowning anymore. You know?
But to your point, happiness is a choice and it's not the destination. It's like
It's the
being
journey.
happy in that journey. Exactly.
I want to steal Jess's answer.
Yeah.
No. Your own answer.
No, it's good. It was a good reminder for self because I'm like scrambling right now. I was like, oh my God, what is my definition of success?
I feel like we're always moving the goalpost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard not to, right? Because life changes and we have to adapt with it.
Yeah.
And again, as we grow through our seasons, maybe expectations change, circumstances change, situations change, right? So it's hard to pinpoint one exact marker of success. for me, and I think we talked about it on our New Year's kind of episode, is like for me, especially this year, is like I'm trying to figure out where my priorities are. And I think right now top of my list is my kids, because I'm starting to really realize how much fleeting time I have with them. Like my eldest is 7 years old now, and like he still comes and cuddles with me, and he's like, Mommy, I want to cuddle, and will you cuddle with me? But I know the day is coming where that's going to stop, and I'm very scared because I don't know when that day is going to come. Right? Like,
or if it might not.
I mean, I don't cuddle with my parents anymore.
I do.
I do too. I was like, I called my mom this morning. I'm like, I love you.
I love them.
On Saturday.
See them every single week. Like I very much would consider success to make sure I have that type of relationship with my kids when they're adults too. But there is going to be a time, like he's not going to come and kiss me, or he's not going to call me mommy anymore. It's going to go. He's going to drop to mom, right?
I do.
I do too. But I will say it comes in seasons, and like there are times like my daughter's 14 where she like wants nothing to do with me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like whatever. I'm not gonna force myself to be around you.
Gave you life.
But I gave her space, and then she's going through a really stressful exam time, and I always think we forget how stressful exams are. I would never want to do an exam ever again.
Yeah, no.
Oh
I
my
loved
gosh.
exams, guys.
Okay, you know what?
You're disgusting.
I will say,
What's wrong with you?
I'm like anti everything on this table.
I will
anti
say
what
when
she
I am
likes
stressed though, I have my few moments where I go to my mom and I'm like, I just need a hug. She'll give me a hug. And it's funny because I literally sent her a reel last night about, it's like the daughter running down the stairs as like an adult, but then the angle flips.
And she turns into a toddler.
And she turns into a toddler running into her mom's hand.
Oh
So I was like,
my
oh my God. So I sent it to my mom. My mom's like, are you okay? I was like, I just thought it was cute.
Don't talk to me.
My mom always says, hug the put. Hug the put means like saying again. Because like I always say, Mom, can I have a hug? And she's like, hug the put?
Yeah.
Because I'm always
So
wanting
funny.
to hug.
But she I gave her space, and she came back to me when she was ready.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get both of the best of both worlds right now because I have such a huge gap.
Yeah.
Where like August is like loving on me like all the time, like choking me and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Or was
okay.
like suffocating. You're like, yo, can I breathe?
Yeah, and you're like, so I get that, but then I also get like the teen that needs space, and like when she comes to you and she needs you, it just hits so different.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, so I think success is continuing to be that safe space for my kids and for my husband too. Like I also want to be a very supportive and emotionally supportive wife. I say all the time, like he is my biggest cheerleader. Like the success that I have in my baking business, a lot of it is contributed to him. Like even my very first customers were like his community, his family, his friends that were baking me up. That's really where my foundation is. So it's like I want to be that pillar and that matriarch in my family among all facets. And that's kind of weird because then I put my career and my job second, but like my priority is my family, making sure they feel loved and supported.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Actually, I'm going to flip that. My priority right now is my career and financials because then I can make sure that my family is good.
Yeah.
Like if like it's kind of flipped in that sense.
Same.
That's just my season right now, but
I'm prioritizing myself actually. So yeah. Because I'm in a space where I can be selfish. Cuz I know when that time comes, I'm set. Right? I'm set in myself
Yeah, and
completely.
you're established.
Exactly. And then I can realign with that focus because I think that's such a beautiful priority as well. So
Yeah.
amen to that.
Has there been anything or any ideals of success that you guys have stopped chasing? Like you thought this was success and you were like, you know what? That's not what that means anymore to me.
just having everything.
Yeah.
I think that was part of me just being hard on myself because I'm like, I don't have everything now. But it's like, no, everybody's journeys are different. And I don't need to put so much pressure on myself. I need to be motivated, but
Yeah.
you get to a point where you can almost become, what's the word? I can't think of a term right now.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Oh, it's killing me right now. Can we edit that? I don't know how to finish this.
I agree
need to
with
be
you.
motivated and not so hard on yourself that you end up like self-deprecating. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or like, or like you become like so overwhelmed that you're like numbed and then you don't do anything. And there's
and you
no
become, it's called like
action.
functional freeze, right?
Yeah,
And then you're just so overwhelmed with like what you could be doing, and
Yeah.
then you get down on yourself at the fact that you're not doing
Yeah.
it.
Or analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
So it's like,
bars.
I've been stuck in those lots of
oh,
times.
trust me.
Lots and lots
I
and
know
lots.
it
I
very
get
well.
lost in that a lot.
for sure.
I will piggyback off that. I think when especially as a creative, I'm constantly in this battle of like, I just want to create. I don't want to share it because sharing it means that I have to take away from the creating part. And then it's this constant battle. And then I'm seeing all my peers and my community where they're doing both and they're able to do it so seamlessly or what looks seamlessly.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can't do that. That doesn't feel authentic for me.
Yeah.
And I think once I removed that and just did it my way as of coming into this year, not even intentionally, just organically being so inspired by Filipino women and my trip and all that, I feel like I just found my footing by just doing it my way. And just doing what feels good for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's probably just the goal.
And I think that's the most important. I think that's the most important takeaway for all of us here, right? It's like we keep saying it, there's no one set path, right? For anybody.
Wait.
Say it.
You first.
Walang manual sa adulting.
Okay, I get
Walang
you
manual
now.
sa pagka-adult.
She totally alley-ooped and we're like, okay, well, bring it up.
I had to scroll up though. I had to scroll up.
Where is it? What's the phrase?
Good thing I plugged in my laptop.
Oh, man.
I think like somebody said it recently. I think it was in the Shonda Rhimes when she was talking to Emma. But you're not going to show up in every single area. And so I'm not chasing like perfection. I'm also taking away guilt. Like, my kid, my kid's gonna be turning 3. He isn't potty trained. He's still sleeping in his crib, and I think like when you're in the mom circle, everyone's like, "What? I'm like gonna potty train my kid at 18 months," and like there's all these things, and I'm like, "Well, that's not working for me."
Yeah.
I'm also like not gonna like pour myself into that when my kid's not ready.
Exactly.
So maybe I have to take a step away from being like the perfect mom, and go on a different timeline. And I'm going to invest in myself because like my career needs me. And I'm not going to feel bad about that because when I'm showing up at work, I show up better for my family.
There you go.
Yes.
And then other people step in. It's like, I'm sure he'll not, be in a diaper by the time he's 4 and not be sleeping in his crib. But like, why is that so bad if that works for my family?
Yeah.
And why is it so bad that I'm when people like look at me and say like, why are you prioritizing your career? And I know it's like so different for us. Like we're marrying each other right now. But I think I just poured so much into like being a really, really good mom that it took away happiness from like wanting to be a career woman. And then I just doubted myself and I'm like, well, I'm giving myself my all and I'm still not showing up the way I want to for my kids. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere in my career. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not chasing perfection. I just want to focus on what makes sense and not feel bad about it.
No, 100%.
But way to highlight how different things work for different people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
And why comparison shouldn't be on the table.
No.
Oh, man.
I agree.
Can you ever lose if you invest in yourself? You know what I mean? Can you ever
I hope
lose?
not.
And hence why you just said it as well, like investing into self so I can show up for my loved ones.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yep. And sometimes alignment comes with the fact that you're aligning with people who are not in the same path as you, but you guys can have the same moral compass. So, amen.
Yay, this was fun.
I know. I hope you
This
guys liked our
was
TITA
good.
talk today because I sure did.
Yes.
That was great.
Talk about it more.
Wait, are we done?
Yeah,
No, we're not.
unfortunately.
I know. That's it.
I know.
Our
guys,
time is
You're
up.
having so much fun with us. I know.
Who knew talking about Pera would be so fun?
But yeah, definitely open it up. Sorry. Go
Yes,
ahead.
but all jokes aside, I know we talk about the subscribe stuff, but if there are any other topics that you guys want us to touch on, think that's important to open up with, like any taboo topics, that's what we're here for. We'll talk about it. We'll bring it on the internet and hopefully get
Even
some
if
conversation
you're
started.
If you're scared to bring it up, we aren't. Yeah.
We will definitely bring it up.
Slide
No
in the
worries.
DMs, please. please.
All right. Stay warm out there. Hope y'all are doing good. Have a good rest of your week. You know where to find us next week, so you don't want to miss it.
Because you subscribed.
Exactly.
And you got your notifications
Turn on the
on.
notifications. But until next time, you know what it is. Ingat.
Something.